Jared here. I just wanted to show you something else. This time I'm going to show you how I'm doing wort chilling. This is my wort right now. It's boiling away, but we're coming up with about 2 minutes left in the boil. I've got my wort chiller already inserted in the wort, and then you can see I've got a couple hoses. I got a silicone hose here, which is my hot output, and then I've got just a vinyl hose. Oh boy. Just a vinyl hose there for the input. And if we follow them down, you can see I've got a large cooler sitting here next to the boiler. And if I open up the cooler, okay, I've got a whole bunch of ice and ice packs in this cooler. And down here, along the input hose, if you look, I got a little pond sump pump sitting in here. The pond sump pump was around 50 bucks. And then that pump is going to be plugged in over there shortly. So what's going to happen is the hot water is going to come out with the wort. It's going to end up down here, coming into the back side of the cooler, and then hopefully, you know, the water on the side over here where the pump is going, we're going to have nice cold, like ice water. And then as we do this, the ice is going to melt away. But hopefully by the time we've got this, 5 gallons of wort cooled down, the ice here will be melted, but we won't be, out of cold enough water to cool the wort. So I'm going to do that in a minute, and I will come back on and show you how things are going. Okay, here we are, ready to turn on the pond pump that's feeding this cooler here. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Pond pump is now running. This hose is starting to feel cold. Let's just look at what's going on in here. So my pump is running over here. Oh yeah, the water coming out of it is very nice and cold. I was just double checking that hose isn't kinked there. And I can hear actually the water running through. Let's look at this side. So that there that's pouring out, that should be really hot water. Oh yeah, it's quite warm. So I'm just going to put that back in there, close this off because I want to keep as much coolness as I can in there. And now I'm just going to go ahead, stir the wort a little bit around my immersion cooler. I'm going to do this, and I will come back and let you know how long it took to cool it down. I'm going to try to get it down underneath 80, probably down to 74 or less if I can. It's now been around like 15 minutes. Actually, I wasn't able to get down to the temperature, quite to the temperature I was hoping for. Basically, if you look here at the thermometer, we are, I don't know if you can see that, we're just around 80. And depending on where you look in the ton here, if we just use the digital scale, around 78. Now let's go over and look at the cooler. There is absolutely no ice left. Let's just do another reading here. 77. The ice pack itself 62, 42 on that one, but the water itself is 77, so I don't think we're going to get any cooler in the ton. So I'm going to just call it quits there. I mean, 78 is actually pretty good. So we'll stop there, and then by the time I get the yeast in it, hopefully it'll have cooled down another few degrees. Anyways, I'd say this is successful, but for next time I'm going to have to load up on a lot more ice.